See, I am no philosopher, but like any other human being, I also ended up asking this infamous question: who am I? When I looked for an answer, I found so many of them. So, first, I divided them into following categories: social, physical, psychological, metaphysical, and ontological. And then, to figure out the right answer among them, I created a test which is something like this: if the answer is removed, changed, altered, or transformed, will the self exist or not? If self exists, then the answer is one possible version. If self didn't exist, then this is the right answer. So let's stress test each answer one by one. Well, I already did it, but let's do it again. So I will start testing answers from social category first. I In this category I included answers like name, professional identity, and relationship. The most common answer is the name. Example: I'm void. So if my name is removed, would I disappear? Well, no, I would not, because I existed first, then I got a name. Example: a person can have multiple names at the same time, be document name, nickname, pen name, online name. Even if a person doesn't know my name, will know I exist, because a name gives me social identity as recognition of a unique individual among many. So name is a part of me because it's attached to me, but a name is not a self. The next answer is professional identity. Example: I am a content creator. This is a choice I made later in life, after I existed. So removing my profession does not remove me as a person. Example: I may work one or multiple jobs at the same time, or with time I may choose a different profession as my skills improve. And in those changes, I'm still the same person. So I don't disappear or change as an individual with each changing profession. I grow in capabilities and not disappear as an individual. So professional identity works as a recognition of my capability, not proof of my existence. Now, the last answer of this category is relationship. Example: I'm a mother. So, if we ignore the language and just focus on the relationship, mother is a relationship label. It indicates a type of connection with another person. And in our life, we have more than one connection, and mother is one of them. Relationships don't change who I am as a person with each changing connection. Relationships label tell us how we function with other individuals. They create role existence, not and role existence is not an individual existence. So being a mother or any relationship is true because they are a major part of our life but are not a complete person. Relationships are part of our life. We are through them because of them, but they are not the whole existence of a person. And after testing all the answer in this category, I noticed that none of the answers were sufficient as self. So I decided to test the next category of answers, which is physical. Physical category. In this category, I included answers like body or any physical form related to body. So when I say I am my body, what I mean is I'm talking about this current bodily state. So if my current bodily state changes or disappears, would I disappear too? Well, no, because a body changes over time since the day it started growing till it dissolves into dust. Very philosophical line. Example: cells regenerate, mutate over time, yet I'm still the same person but not the same body. Be it organ transplant, limb transplant, blood change, I'm still the same person in all those changes but not the same body. So I grow with my body as an individual. Each version of body is mine, is me, but I'm not just any single bodily state. So I can clearly say that body is also an incomplete answer. I'm more than just a body. So after testing body, I want to test the most promising category, psychological. In this category, I included answers like mind, awareness, observer. Before I test mind, I want to clarify that mind doesn't equal to brain. Here, mind means thoughts, memories, and emotions. So, if my thoughts disappear, memories are erased, emotions are absent, would I stop existing? No, I would not stop existing because memories fade over time. thoughts are changing per second, emotions fluctuate. Active thoughts and emotion are not even present all the time in all states of life. Example, in deep sleep, in unconscious state, active thoughts are absent. Memories get forgotten or altered with life experiences, and in all those changes, I'm still the same individual, the same organism. My view may change, but not me as an individual. So, memories, thoughts, or I feel something are all mental content. Those things are temporary, unstable. The person who experiences is still the same individual. So, perspective is not equal to a person, experience is not a person, understanding reality or thoughts is not a person. These are mental content, and the content is part of me, but I'm not just my mind. That's an incomplete answer. The next answer are awareness and observer. These are the most interesting answer because they are the one which give the sense of self. I, the one who ask this question, who am I? The awareness, the observer. Technically, awareness and observer are not the same term, but I consider them almost equal as both terms are derived from self consciousness. Awareness, to know that one exists, observer, the one who observes his own existence in action. So, if my self awareness is absent, if I can't observe my existence, or if I couldn't know I exist, would I not exist? Now, in this condition, I would say the observer self would not exist, but what the observer self is observing would not disappear. Example, I'm not actively observing myself in deep sleep. In dreams, I'm just partially aware of my existence. In an unconscious state, I can't even observe my existence because self consciousness is a mental state which only activates in certain conditions and is not present in all states of life. Knowing that I exist is not the same as I exist. So, self consciousness is a mental state, and a mental state is not a complete person. So, in this category, I understand that thoughts, memories, emotions, and observer self all are mental states or mind functions. They appear and disappear, they change across conditions, and that's why they are insufficient as me. They are a part of me, is true, but not me, not my entire self. Now, let's move on to metaphysical category. Here, I will test the answers like soul and I am my story. First, I want to clarify that I'm not testing whether something exists or not, but rather how something exists as a self. So, what does I am my story mean? As per my understanding and observation, I would say my story is constructed from past memories. It refers to the self you have become with all those experiences in life. You remember, I remember, but as we already know that memories can get erased, forgetting, altered in life, meaning you or I don't remember all the experience of life. So does the self also disappear as the story changes? Here I would say the narrative self would disappear, not the person who experienced the past. I will have new memories, new narrative self. Forgotten memories may change a person's view, but do not change the person itself. Memories are a person's experience with time, so they are a part of them, but experiences themselves are not a person. Let's test the next answer of this category. I am a soul. I don't know exactly what soul means, so I googled the definition and got two different definitions of it. Already an unstable beginning, I would say. First definition of soul suggested memories, deep thoughts, and emotions of a person. I will not test this definition as we have already tested this mental content before. Deep thoughts are not different from any other thoughts but just vary in nature. Second definition, soul as an independent entity inside a body. I have a very interesting view on this case. Let me show. Hypothesis. If soul alone identify as self, then swapping two different souls should swap the self too. Example, I ended up swapping my soul with my mother's body and her soul enters my body. Would I become my own mother? Here, soul gets swapped while body remains same, meaning I am in my mother body and she is in mine. So if I become my own mother as me being an independent entity which can be extracted from my body, then the reality, the biology, the relationship, the experience through the body would no longer make sense. But that's not how we function. And if I don't become my own mother after swapping the soul, then soul alone is an incomplete answer as self. Meaning self is more than just a soul. So I can say the concept of soul either fall into mental state or become undefined independent entity that cannot account itself for self. So we have tested all the possible answers so far and still failed to find the satisfying answer. Only one more category is left to test now. Ontological. The answer is I am existence. But what kind of existence as a self I am referring to? Let's figure it out. Existence as form or body. You see, this form, the body which constantly changes into a new form since the day it was created till the day it dissolved. Yet the existence of self persisted across all the transformation. So self as body changed every time it was altered, but not existence itself, which expressed itself through all the forms as same individual. So that's an incomplete answer. Existence as mind or experience. Experience as existence meaning experience are something which becomes our memories, and memories gives the sense of I, but the memories keeps changing, disappearing, dissolving with each passing time. In this case, the sense of self keeps changing, but the existence of self or individual persists across all those changes. So again, incomplete answer. Existence as concept. This comes from knowing I exist. Even if I don't know I exist, I will exist. Knowing is not equal to existence anyway. Existence as process or continuity. Here, continuity refers to the act, not the actor. Though we observe the act. Example, a tree grows, but you are not the growth of tree. You are a tree. Growth is part of the tree life cycle. No tree, no growth. The process as existence is insufficient as self. And if the form is removed, then we blur the line between all the existence of universe, which are different self. And I am one among many, not everything at the same time. Existence as configuration or structured arrangement. Configuration and unique structural arrangement which enables this existence, which you are observing in human form. When this configuration disappears with death, the human self disappears. The active individual will disappear, but the existence of self will transform into different forms. Body into matter for new configuration, awareness as impact through memories, interaction history, data imprint. So configuration breakdown is not a complete erasure of existence either. So incomplete answer. Last, existence itself. Now removing existence will turn self into pure nothingness, like nothing exists in this world. But we observe transformation, not complete erasure of self which exists. So this is an essential part, but it's still incomplete. Through this testing, we noticed that none of the answers were irrelevant or wrong, but still insufficient as self. The reason is I exist through them. They are me, my past. I am made of them, not without them. They create this individual self we are observing. So I can say I am existence expressing itself through temporary configuration, and currently I am this particular configuration with its physical, social, psychological history encoded into the current self. Let me give you this cool analogy of mine. Example, if we dismantle a car and look at each part individually, we don't call it a car, we call it for what it is, a possibility for something. But when the right parts of car fuse together, then the car exists. Not before, not without them, but just possibility of them as paths. And also consciousness is part of the form. It can only exist in the right condition. Before that, it's mere possibility. So first form appear and then form consciousness. So my conclusion is that I'm everything I am: body, mind, awareness, my past, present, future, and everything which is attached to me: name, identity, role, labels. Not one thing, not one version of it. However, I would not call myself that I'm just existence, because existence alone is like a blank page, like a template, and I'm just one type of existence among many. Those things give me individuality, make me more than just a mere existence. So I'm this particular existence which is expressing itself through all those transformations. And the testing is cool and all, but at the end of the day, it's my POV towards this type of question and how I perceive myself. And I know there are more cool perspectives and answers for this question. I would love to see if you share your answer, especially through the testing.